Hi, this is Zach here with the weekend edition of the US Chartbreakers here at Zach's Traders Cafe. It is Sunday the 17th of March, starting off with the S&P, which has crept out of that rising channel that we've had there since October, but not really surprising given that it was basically too steep to be sustained, but below 51.20, the risk of recent support 50.60, and then the worst case down to 49.90, basically the area of that February gap floor and also the 50-day moving average. On the upside, we need to get through the 51.80 zone to give us the red resistance line target there from back in October, 52.30 by the end of next month. Moving on to the Nasdaq, which has actually been marginally leading the S&P down. So here we're actually well below the floor of that rising trend channel from October, the nominal floor there around 18,000, so below that, risking a move down to the 50-day line, 17,500. That would also be down towards filling the gap there, just below it, 17,400, the gap back in February. Moving on to the stocks, and it's 2 days coverage in a row here for AgeX, which is great in the sense that it reminds us that the shares have actually gone up from our previous call. Here you can see that we had neckline resistance there around $16.20, and above that looking for $28, closing very well on Friday towards the recent high, and also filling that gap fill there around $20, above $20, looking for 28, quite comfortably it would seem at AgeX. Another winner at the moment is coming up, and here you can see that Acrivon has a great looking handle there after this sort of saucer shaped turnaround, breaking the top of the recent resistance around $6, above that looking for initial target there $7.50, maybe as soon as the end of this month. By the end of next month we could be up at $12.70, although obviously at the moment that looks like a punchy call. Upside value I would hold above basically the $5.50 area, which is recent neckline resistance over the last week or so. The next stock is American Vanguard, and here you can see a gap to the upside, managing to maintain most of the sizzle on Friday. The resistance on the way down around the $11.80 level, so that should hopefully be support ahead of a move up to the top of that rising trend channel base from September at $16 by the end of next month. But obviously I'd like to see the shares stay on the right side of $12. Bitdeer is next, and here you can see progress has been made, breaking that line of resistance there from back at the end of December, and the 50-day line $7.40, above $7.40. Initial target here, the January-February resistance around $9.70. After that, maybe as soon as the end of next month, looking for $15.50 at the top of that rising trend channel from September. Cardlytix is next, and here you can see we've had a massive gap down and then two gaps to the upside since the beginning of the year, so it's a bear trap island reversal. I'd like to see the shares on the right side of basically the old support there around $11.50. That was from October going into November, and above $11.50 looking at the top of that rising trend channel from back in October at $19, hopefully by the end of next month. It could be sooner given the way that we've had the shares delivering a double unfilled gap, or triple in fact, another one there in the recent past. The charting position at the next stock, Exela, is no less intriguing in the sense that we've broken a line of resistance there from December, also broken the 50-day moving average there at $2.40, above that looking for up to $4.60 by the end of next month. Obviously quite enthused about this given the bear trap gap reversal, the shares gapping up on Friday after making a temporary new low. And in fact, if you add in the uptrend line in the RSI window, so that we had a lower low for the price but higher RSI trace, that looks like a very good setup within a broadening triangle base from September. The next situation is the interestingly sounding Gigacloud, or sort of sounds very apt for current times. Gigacloud, top of the channel there, up to $49. We're looking for that by the end of this month, while we remain above recent resistance around $39. Maybe tighten that up to the $40 area, but that looks like the lay of the land at the moment. Next up is New name for us, and here one of Friday's best risers, in fact. Here you can see that we've got Geron Corporation with a massive gap to the upside, hitting the top of that broadening triangle there from back in August, normally at $3.50. Above that, there could be a new move to the upside by the end of next month, as high as $5, which is the upper parallel of that triangle from back in August. $5 by the end of next month, especially while we remain on the right side of the $3 area. Another new name coming up, and here you can see that HCM has delivered the goods in terms of a sharp rebound. Looks like we've hit the top of that, or temporarily hit the top of that broadening triangle from May through $16, and we're looking for that to be retested while we're above $11.50, basically the pre-plunge resistance before the sell-off that we had back in March. Good to see another stock which is delivering a 2-day update. Here we've got Laird Superfood, which not only hit the first target there around $2.20, managed to hit the second target there around $3 within a day, which is obviously very pleasing. Next level up here should be up towards the old resistance from back in April last year, as high as $4.10. And we're looking for that by the end of this month while we remain above the $3 level. Another stock to keep an eye out on for the bulls is MMTec. Here we have a rising trend channel. We've hit the top of that briefly, but we're looking for the shares to maintain the rising 50-day moving average level. That's currently around $1.80. Above that, looking for a retest of the $4 zone. Hopefully as soon as the end of next month. One of the stocks at the moment which seems to have taken over from Nvidia as being the situation to watch is Microstrategy, and here very strong close to the week, top of that rising trend channel there through $19.10, and we're looking for that by the end of this month while we remain above the support on Friday around the $1,600 level. If you're aggressive, probably be looking for the shares to remain on the right side of 1,700, ahead of 1,910 on that situation. Outlook is next, and here you can see that an interesting setup, hopefully the start of a big move. Broadening triangle base from November, top of the triangle there around the $12 level. We're looking at that by the end of next month, especially if we have more closes above the 50-day line around the $8 mark. So above 8, looking for $12 basically on Outlook. The next situation is one of the last three. First one is coming up, one form of Tredegar Corporation, and here we've got a broadening triangle base potentially, top of the triangle there, $6, and we're looking for $6 while we remain above $4.70 and the 50-day moving average. Maybe more spectacular is Telos at the moment, in the sense that we've got this rising trend channel in place in September after we broke a resistance line and rallied sharply back in November. View now is that if we can get more closes above the 50-day line, currently around current levels, we're looking for the $5.50 level as soon as the end of next month. And maybe one can add in a resistance line there from back in the early January period, just around $4.10 to be broken, and then one can look for $5.50. Another stock which has made a double entry in terms of being here on consecutive days is Veritone, and here the shares almost in fact exactly hitting our $3.90 target there, which I don't think many other people can do. Close just below it, but end of day close above $3.90, and we're looking for fresh leg to the upside as high as $5.30 by the end of next month. That is an August resistance line projection. So hopefully the longer we stay above the $3 area, the greater the chance of a move towards $5 plus. The old resistance there in recent days, $3.10, so above $3.10, $5.20 could be delivered. That's it for me today. More updates tomorrow.